Aaron Collins, Missouri Farm Bureau. Jim Rasick, Auto Group. Sugarfoot Barbecue. Remax, Truman Lake. Golden Valley Memorial Healthcare. Integrity Floors. The Landmark Restaurant. Clark Tire. C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing. Real-Time Photography. Primitive Old Crow and Winery. Bernard Tax and Bookkeeping.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Clinton High School. We are back with you tonight with volleyball action. This time, the Lady Cardinals of the JV squad hosting the Lady Wildcats from Warsaw.
We got the girls ready to play.
Looks like it. They showed up and took the first point, didn't they?
Yeah.
So the Cardinals on the JV squad in the blue uniforms tonight.
If you just joined us, JV C team won that game.
Yeah, C team took the win, 25-12.
A quick ball game.
It was quick. Yeah, went over really fast. And another ace. That's 2 in a row for number 4 Kaylee Neighbor there, as she will kick off our serving here for the JV team. And the serve a little outside on the far sideline. That will bring up number 29 for the Lady Wildcats. Looks like Gracie Comer on the serve there.
Doesn't seem like districts are here yet.
Nice up there by Kinsley Hager on that play.
I think the girls agree to keep them back fast.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're for the JV girls tonight, for many of them, looking at their last game of the season, like you mentioned earlier during the C team.
After Coach plays on the C team on varsity tournament.
Yep, some of them will sit on the varsity bench and maybe play with the varsity team. So that's exciting for them as well.
Coach trying to get experience.
Yeah.
How they do in the varsity level.
A nice reaction there, number 18, Jasmine Shockley. Play there for Clinton.
She find that hole for Clinton.
Nice serve by Nissa Brown.
These are JV girls communicating too. Looks like it.
Yeah, and these girls have really changed a lot over the season. I have seen a lot of development in these players here.
I'm sure the coaching staff has too.
I think probably so. Nice spike. Nissa Brown on that one.
They have a great coaching staff here.
This is JV, so Coach Smith will take the lead on that. But I think this coaching team here, they really do work together on a lot of things, and you can tell it comes across well in the way the girls play the game.
I'm sure they'll see that in practice too yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Six or 4.
Nice serve. Again, Nissa Brown on the serve. And a free ball from Warsaw. Kaylee Neighbor to number 13, Kinsley Hager. And they're going to call that a double hit. Yeah, on Clinton.
I don't think that's what Coach Smith wants.
No, she probably didn't want to see that. Looks like a substitute for the Wildcats, number 34, Rachel Henderson, into the game.
I'm sure Coach Turner practiced that yesterday in practice.
I bet she did.
Tell him about it.
Another attack by Kinsley Hager on that play. And a good up by Raylan Richmond.
After Coach Kernan looking, he was girls on varsity.
Yeah, make sure she's got a nice deep bench for the tournament coming up for sure.
I'm sure she look at some of these girls.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, but looking for next year's squad. Lots of openings on that varsity squad next year.
I'm sure some of these girls will play both next year.
Mm-hmm. So a little trouble there.
Our first tie is JV game.
I'm sure they'll correct that and come back pretty strong. Uh-huh.
Off that serve.
Looks like Jasmine Shockley now back to serve for Clinton. That's number 18.
That was a good serve for her. Good save by Jasmine Shockley.
Jasmine and Richland to get those ball back in play.
You can hear the talking from up here. Hope the varsity game like that.
You know, I expect it will be. The varsity girls usually are the loudest of the batch.
It wasn't Tuesday night.
Well, that's true. Tuesday's game was very quiet at varsity. There we saw that replay.
Good serve by Jasmine Shockley.
So a lot of good things here on the JV squad. Nice dig there by Kaylee Neighbor.
Good dive by Jasmine Shockley.
For you on that one. Clinton not quite able to pull that one up off the floor. 10-8 your score now. The Lady Cardinals leading by 2 over the Lady Wildcats from Warsaw.
Back and forth game.
Yeah. And a nice long volley on that one. Will go off the fingertips of Clinton and out of bounds.
Jim's a little quiet tonight.
And 2.
See the varsity goes behind us in the JV game.
Yeah, nice to see them up here supporting their team members, waiting for their turn to take the court. Nice attack by number 13, Kinsley Hager, on that play. This time from Macy Ray.
You can hear the girls from up here talking.
I could hear her when she realized that she had missed the set, too.
Coach Smith got a better view.
Absolutely. spike from Nissa Brown on the back row will go a little short and into the net.
They got Coach Smith want a timeout.
Yeah, so she's going to talk to the girls a little bit as the lead has shifted, and Warrensburg leads by 3, 13-10 over the Lady Cardinals.
I think Coach Turner is too, talking to the girls a little bit, look like.
Yeah, trying to get them back on track maybe. So we want to say thanks very much to Jim Rasick Auto Group here in Clinton, Missouri for coming on board as one of our timeout sponsors in the game. We really appreciate them very much. We hope that you will too. Go by and say thanks to them for sponsoring, and while you're there, check out that new car, truck, or van on the lot that you've been looking for.
They're right here in the community.
That's right, and Jim's a big part of the community here. Does a lot to help out, and we appreciate him very much for that and for everything that he does for Clinton.
I think Dave's moving in tonight.
He is. He brought like every piece of equipment he owns out here. You know, it's a wonder he left room for us to stand here.
He didn't bring the kitchen sink.
Well, he doesn't use the kitchen sink. He wouldn't know how to do dishes anyway.
I think Dave can hear us.
I don't know. Sometimes he ignores me pretty well, so we'll see.
Yeah, we're kind of off yet.
That's right. He could just turn my mic off, couldn't he?
Get hit by Jasmine Shockley. Good.
Nice job there. That was Jasmine Shockley again, I think. Clinton. And it looks like number 13, Kinsley Hager, back to serve for Clinton.
We got should be good coming for varsity.
Yeah, it's
In
nice.
3 years.
Nice to see that jump serve that she's practicing there. She will develop that up, and that'll be a really good addition on the varsity squad. Raylan Richmond on the
Good
up.
save by Jasmine Shockley.
And then, of course, Macy Ray to take it across the net.
These JV girls playing everyone on the court.
Yeah.
All over.
Yeah, they do. Warsaw, number 11, Taylor Howe in the game.
We got one from Clinton, number 12.
Number 12, that would be Emily Barnes for Clinton. And Clinton's struggling a little bit here in the second half of this game. The first half leading for most of the game, and now trailing by 4, and trying very, very hard to turn that around. As the serve from Warsaw, number 21.
Clinton tries to come off guard a little bit.
And that's a good sneak. We're back to serve now for Clinton.
Good save from Clinton right there. See, Warsaw last coming out play to come off the bench.
Yeah, lots of them. Yield a point for Clinton, and we will see Nissa Brown back to serve.
Look at Clinton Gravy, got one player on the bench.
And good job there to find the middle of the court. You're right, yeah. I think so, yeah. Another good serve from Nissa Brown.
The Clinton girls are ready for that.
Over the net, so. So now able to come back and That's true. I didn't go back and count how many times that game was tied the other night, but they tied on almost every point of the game. So number 34 for Warsaw, Rachel Henderson, to come back in the game now.
It'll be different next week with Misha TV.
Absolutely. You know, we haven't really talked about that yet tonight, but we are planning to. And Knob Noster Tuesday night at 6:30, our Lady Cardinals will take on the El Dorado Springs Bulldogs.
A rematch.
As a rematch. They just met Monday this week. That same night. Game. And then on Wednesday night, we will have the championship game for the district title. So we are planning to cover all 4 of those games. A little bit different this year for postseason. All postseason games will be live streamed to the Misha TV platform. So you will go to misha.tv to find that game.
Is Jen going to post it?
We will. So as Video's Facebook page. Try and help everybody find it. We will talk about it again later tonight, and definitely be posting on Facebook for the next 4 or 5 days as we lead up to it to help people find it. So that's going to be interesting. That's new for us. We've not used Misha TV before. It'll be a new adventure for us as we sort of learn how to broadcast to the new platform.
After
Misha has decided to put everything on Misha TV exclusively, so the only thing we can do is share the link.
That's where people go to Sound Like Videos when I try to watch it.
Absolutely, so they'll have to go and click the link to go there. We want to say thanks very much to Aaron Collins, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, for sponsoring the timeouts here for volleyball this evening. And we appreciate him and everything he has done to help us bring you the live streaming for fall sports this year.
Then we get more of the crowd coming in.
Yeah, I see some people starting to come in.
Look at Warsaw have a good crowd over there.
You know, that's one of the things I like about playing the teams that are closer to home. You get bigger crowds because they can drive from Warsaw. We're not too far away, so that's always nice.
It's 21-19 your score. Favor Clinton.
The girls are still managing to keep that little bit of a lead, which is good for them.
I feel like the coaches got put them in the timeout.
Going through their minds and what they talk about when they're in the timeouts. And that's no. Yeah, she is, and she's got a really hard serve. I've seen her place it deep in the backcourt, but also a little softer and hit midcourt a couple of times.
That's a good serve by her right there.
So yeah, definitely a nice hard hit.
I like how the girls talk when they won't hit the ball.
Yeah, good communication on that play. So Neighbor sets up Macy Ray for the attack. This time to Kinsley Hager for the attack, and that will score the point for Clinton.
replays tonight.
It is nice to have those replays, and sometimes you just want to see how it played out, or kind of watch where it is on the line. Those are really, really great to have.
Just get people tuning in now.
Sure, yeah. I really like that the way James has it set up, they will accumulate as we go through the game. So he's saving those replays in a file as we go, and then when we get to the end of the game, we can replay those back, kind of watch those plays again, and just sort of see the highlights. So that's kind of fun to do as well.
They have a TV in front of us.
Yeah. I'm not sure you'd say it's in front of us. It's really in front of him, isn't it?
All three of them.
I mean, how many can you watch at one time? I don't know.
James said 4.
Well,
I believe him.
Two is our score here, and Clinton looking for that game point win here. Nissa Brown to Kinsley Hager, who takes it over in 2, and they will call that a lift, so give the point to Warsaw.
That's what James on that TV in front of him.
And yeah, looks like Coach wants another timeout here in Clinton. So they're going to talk about it, see if they can't figure out a good way to put this game in the win column for Clinton. And as they do that, we want to say thanks very much to Golden Valley Memorial Healthcare for coming on board as one of our timeout sponsors. We really appreciate them very much, and not just as one of our sponsors, but also as one of the leaders in our community with regard to the battle against COVID-19. They have been a great resource, and they work hard to take care of all of us and keep us safe and keep us well.
They're a big part of the community.
They absolutely are. And the serve in the net will give the point to Clinton, and that will be the game, 25-23, as Clinton will take the win on game 1 of JV action here tonight.
Look like the Russian kids going down getting ready.
Interesting. You know, I think the JV is going to do best of 3 tonight.
Look at the Russian go down support.
So maybe that's it. They're gonna go kind of get themselves squared away, ready for their game, and then come back out and cheer the rest of the JV squad on. So an exciting game there. We started out pretty close. Toward the middle of the game, Clinton was able to pull ahead a little bit, and then Warsaw answered back, took a late half lead, and so the Cardinals trailed there for a little while, and after a few timeouts, Coach was kind of able to get them back on track, and they came back out and was able to regain their lead and just edge out the win over the Warsaw Lady Wildcats, 25-23.
Sure, Coach Turner helping coaching in the JV game.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see all 3 of them down there most of the time. They really are a very good, well-oiled machine when it comes to our coaching staff for volleyball.
I think the girls will not like it in a way, different way than this coaching staff here.
I think you're right. You know, they've definitely gotten used to it and feel comfortable with it for sure. And as we get ready to kick off game 2 here in JV action tonight, Clinton will start with the serve.
I think the girls like this coaching staff here.
James came over to meet the coach. Of course, Coach Turner new this year, and he came over to meet the new coach and also sort of talk a little volleyball during volleyball camp late summer. And he got here to the gym, and the girls were practicing. They were practicing with their Nerf guns. And so I'm not sure exactly how that works, but it seemed to be working for them. So
Shows I probably knew what Coach Turner wanted to try out.
that's right. That's right.
She liked it or not.
So it seems that we have a little bit of confusion on the Warsaw side of the court.
What did James think about his new coach when he met her?
You know, he really liked her. Yeah. In fact, he came home and he said, "I really like Coach Turner. I hope she works out." So, yeah, I think he was excited to have her join in. It looks like
The girls happy to have her.
I think they are. Yeah.
Program.
The Warsaw coach first across the court to talk to the judge,
And Coach Smith.
and then they waved. Yeah, and then they waved Coach Smith over to confer with her as well. So I'm wondering if that's maybe a late change to the lineup in this game too or something. But whatever the issue, it seems to be resolved as Clinton off to serve now.
I think they want both coaches to agree.
Absolutely. Now back to serve for Warsaw, number 21, Jasmine Swisher. Good execution by Clinton on that play. Raylan Richmond with a nice up to Kaylee Neighbor, who sets up Nissa Brown.
I don't think that's what you wanted.
Not quite. Early in her swing.
I wonder if Coach Turner liked James when he met her.
I don't know. We'll have to ask her next time we speak.
Maybe.
On that attack by Clinton to score the point.
Warsaw take the early lead, 2-1.
Serve from Nissa Brown. And Warsaw won't return that one.
Coach Smith and Coach Turner talking about something. Maybe one of these players.
It could be, yeah.
They see one on varsity bench.
You never know. That's serve from Warsaw in the net, so that will tie the game up again at 3.
Hope JV won't like this all night.
And another serve in the net, this time from Clinton. So the teams will trade points there.
We got Coach Smith trading in and out.
Yeah.
Jim playing quiet tonight.
Our parents aren't very worked up yet, are they?
They're probably waiting for the varsity game to get worked up. Hopefully, they're probably warming up for the JV game.
Yeah, hopefully. And that will be a double hit on Warsaw, so Clinton will take back the ball. That will be number 18, Jasmine Shockley, back to serve.
Going down by 1 point. I think she hit it twice, looks like.
She definitely. Serve again.
Got better serve than game 1.
Absolutely. I think she lost sight of it.
I think so. Good hit by Jasmine Shockley.
So
She was trying to get team members under her.
So Clinton's struggling a little bit in this game compared to game one. Nice up from Raylan Richmond.
Good hit by Jasmine Shockley.
And those
I think Clinton Warsaw.
to the net like that, sometimes it's difficult to judge, and I think that's exactly what Clinton had a problem with there.
I think Warsaw too. Look at one of the C team line judge for JV game.
Mm-hmm. I've noticed usually one of the girls will act as line judge when they're not playing.
They noticed that one of the parents for the varsity game, the line judge.
Mm-hmm. Yep. A good save by Warsaw there to keep that ball in play. A nice set from
Playing.
nice long volley here between these two teams. Both teams working really hard to yeah, it was. We'll have to talk to James about putting a camera in the hallway. That way when the ball comes out the door, we've got a good shot of it.
If you're able to get enough equipment.
It does seem like it.
Good hit by Clinton.
And that ball kind of got tied up between Macy Ray and the net, and she just could not quite dig that one out. One of our timeout sponsors, Jim Rasick Auto Group.
On the loop.
On the loop in Clinton, Missouri. So Jim was gracious enough to come on board as one of our timeout sponsors, and we really appreciate that. Without them, without him and his support, we would not be able to bring you the live stream, and so we really appreciate that.
I'm sure Coach Smith will calm the girls down a little bit.
Absolutely. Kind of get them to reset, maybe stop worrying so much about the score, and kind of put some more points on the board. Maybe close the gap a little bit.
I wonder what she tell them is huddles.
I don't know.
Probably might ask them what they're doing.
Well, whatever it is, it worked. They got a point out of that one, so let's hope they keep it up.
That's true.
Macy Ray now to serve for Clinton.
They got to happen a point for Clinton.
That's right. And a nice ace for her there. As Clinton able to sneak that one between two Warsaw defenders. Men before the varsity girls take the floor. So
that's what some of the parents and grandparents watching.
and Warsaw, number 34, Rachel Henderson, able to find the hole in the Clinton court and put a point on the board for Warsaw with that one.
Warsaw leading 14-8, favor Warsaw.
You know, sometimes losing the first set is a real incentive to change up your game and play even harder. And I definitely have seen that with the Warsaw team here tonight.
Because the girls lost where the ball was.
Absolutely.
Warsaw find the other hole for Clinton.
Yes.
I'm sure Coach Smith will call another timeout.
She's probably thinking about it already.
Yeah. She's probably asking what the girls are doing.
So maybe as we get the turnover after the short serve, Kaylee Neighbor back to serve for Clinton, and she can help us turn this around a little bit. And the serve goes a little long to the far side. And it looks like we will see a substitution for the Wildcats, number 8, Carly Jones.
Because when the girls were talking to Coach Smith, and that substitution.
And trying to look to their coaches for some advice.
I'm sure Coach Kenner probably getting a little advice too.
And you're probably right. You know, the coaching staff here, all three of them, probably trying to help the girls out, give them some advice and pointers to help turn this around a little bit. Another good serve from Nissa Brown.
Clinton holding for Warsaw. Good hit by Desmond Shockley.
That's 3 nice ups in a row from Raylan Richmond. She's doing a really good job on back row tonight.
It seems like the girl trying to keep up longer.
Yeah. Yeah, as you play, you creep further and further toward the net. You sometimes have to put yourself in check and maybe step back a minute. Now number 19, Abigail Feltrop in the game for Warsaw.
Right over her head from Clinton.
So still not a lot of luck here for Clinton in this second to turn this one around.
Look how they get pointed there.
And with that rotation, Macy Ray back on the front row for Clinton. And I believe that's number 12, Emily Barnes, back to serve.
Good tip from Clinton.
And she took it over in 2, but it did go out of bounds. And we'll get number 34, Rachel Henderson, back in the game for Warsaw.
We got a full crew tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of rare that we have the four original crew members all in the same place at the same time.
Don't happen very much for volleyball.
No, it does not. A nice block there by Macy Ray on that play. A little light serve for her that did not work out. That's a little bit outside of the normal from what we expect to see for her. And Warsaw will rotate in, will substitute in Jalen McCulloch back to serve. Nice save by Miss Brown.
By her too.
And the long serve will go out of bounds from Warsaw. So Clinton will take over the serve.
14-23, favor Warsaw.
Kinsley Hager back to serve now.
I think the girls want to score turn around.
Hager to Neighbor, and that will set up Macy Ray in the center.
And a quick hit back from Warsaw.
Quick return, yeah. Nice up by Raylan Richmond. Neighbor to Nissa Brown this time.
I think Warsaw was ready for that hit.
I think they were. Trying to put some more points on the board.
Ball in the middle.
Absolutely.
And the girls receive another point.
So it looks like number 32, Kiera, I'm going to mispronounce this, Kleehauer maybe?
This would be a game point for Warsaw.
A nice hustle by Clinton to save that.
Good save from Clinton.
So the girls fighting to stay alive as Warsaw looks to take the game point. And Clinton will come out on top of that. Still a nice gap to close there, but definitely fighting to stay alive in this second set. Of course, this is our JV team here tonight, Clinton High School, hosting the Lady Wildcats from Warsaw.
Looks like Clinton too.
And Macy Ray to serve for Clinton.
Yeah, the Clinton girls staying alive.
Battling back.
Just trying to stay alive.
That's right. Another free ball from Warsaw. And that will go out of bounds. So another point for Clinton, 20-24 now.
Looks like Warsaw called timeout.
Yeah, I think maybe coach is not extremely happy about that, so she'll call the timeout and talk to her team a little bit. 20-24, the Lady Cardinals trailing the Warsaw Lady Wildcats here tonight in JV action.
I'm sure Coach Smith told the girls to probably keep it up, return her, and the rest of the
Absolutely. Don't lose your momentum. Keep it going. And we want to say thanks very much to our timeout sponsor, Aaron Collins, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We appreciate him coming on board and sponsoring the timeouts for fall sports this season.
Just trying to try to go keep it up too.
Absolutely.
save for Clinton.
So a good save there, absolutely. 21-24 now our score, as Warsaw looks for that game point win to put this one in the books.
They're going to look like they're playing another point.
And that's a great comeback. So close that gap now, as Warsaw still looking for the win. Excellent, yeah. And a great save by Warsaw to keep that ball in play.
They almost gave Clinton the point again. A good save by Jasmine Shockley.
And the girls all working hard on both sides of the net here. And a great attack by Nissa Brown. And that will go long and out of bounds from Warsaw, so Clinton will take Cardinals as
the varsity girls warm up in the hall.
Yeah. They're ready to play, aren't they?
Yeah.
Tell them not to rush us. We've got some great volleyball going on right now. And Clinton ties it up. We ought to be in here watching it on the sidelines. Macy Ray on the serve.
You see them in the doorway, the varsity girls.
Nice up by Macy Ray. Nissa Brown to Jasmine Shockley. Okay. And the call will be in. And point goes to Clinton on that. And Clinton takes the lead. Now looking for game point for Clinton.
If Warsaw don't score, if Clinton stop Warsaw from scoring.
They've done a great job of it, for sure. Macy Ray to Katie Neighbor to Nissa Brown for the kill. Take the win in game two, 26-24.
I think that timeout was they needed it.
That's exactly it, you know, just the right time. Coach must have said just the right thing. So
the coach wants to say something.
Absolutely. What a great turnaround to come back from a 17-24 deficit to close the gap and move ahead to take the win, 26-24 here in set two of the JV game. And, of course, they play best 2 out of 3, so that will put the win in the Clinton books here tonight. And now we hear the excitement from our JV squad as they kind of close out their night on the court. And
warm up.
And of course, for our JV team, the last JV game of the season. So we want to say congratulations to them. Great season, girls. We appreciate you guys. And they've had a long week, you know.
2 games back to back.
2 games back to back. This will be the 3rd night of games this week.
Had 1 day off yesterday.
Yeah, that's tough. So, you know, they've definitely been working hard, and hopefully that Friday through Monday break, where they just have a couple of practices before the district game on Tuesday, will be enough for them. By the way, in addition to the sponsors we listed before, we do have some additional sponsors. You should see their logos running across your screen. And we appreciate them very much as well. If you see them, or if you're out about town, stop in. Tell them thanks for sponsoring the live streaming with Sounds Like Videos in the fall sports season. So let them know that you saw it. Let them know you appreciate it.
One of them here in the community.
That's right. They do a lot for us here in our community, and we want to make sure that they know we appreciate it. So. I think with that, we've probably rounded out the roll of highlights from the JV game. We are going to cut the stream and come back in just a few minutes for varsity action. So as we do that, we want to say thanks very much for joining us. This is Stacy Hinkle with Sounds Like Videos, along with Chris Ramirez here on audio, James Hinkle, and Josh Williams on production. The man himself, that's right. we brought out the big guns tonight. So thanks very much for joining us, and we will see you back here in about 15 minutes.
Aaron Collins, Missouri Farm Bureau. Jim Rasick, Auto Group. Sugarfoot Barbecue. Remax, Truman Lake. Golden Valley Memorial Healthcare. Integrity Floors. The Landmark Restaurant. Clark Tire. C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing. Real-Time Photography. Primitive Old Crow and Winery. Bernard Tax and Bookkeeping. Laura Anstein, Anstein Realty and Auction. Creative Paint and Supply.